Look, the Blue Jays are making moves again, and this time it's not just about adding pieces. They're actively shopping 3 veteran starters while hunting for another ace. Yeah, you heard that right. They're selling and buying at the same time. So here's what's happening. Toronto went hard after Framber Valdez, and I mean really hard. They made what Jon Heyman called a serious late bid to grab him from the market. But Valdez ended up signing with the Tigers, and now the Jays are in this interesting position where they've already spent big money this offseason, but still feel like they need more firepower in the rotation. Heyman dropped some serious intel here. He said Toronto is pivoting fast, and they're not sitting around feeling sorry for themselves. They want an ace, and they want one now. The biggest name still floating around out there? Zac Gallen. The Diamondbacks' right-hander is the headliner of what's left in free agency, and Toronto is absolutely in the mix for him. Heyman even said the Jays are doing everything they can to get back to the World Series, which tells you everything about their urgency right now. But here's where it gets really interesting. While they're shopping for pitching, they're also putting pitchers on the trade block. 3 veteran starters are reportedly available, and the front office is clearly trying to balance the books while upgrading the talent level. It's a high-risk, high-reward strategy. You're essentially saying, we believe in this core, we believe in this window, and we're going all in. Now let's talk about the other names that keep coming up. Max Scherzer is back on their radar. Yeah, Mad Max himself. Heyman pointed out that Scherzer made fantastic starts in both the ALCS and the World Series last year, proving he's still got plenty left in the tank despite his age. If Toronto can convince him to come north of the border, they'd be adding a battle-tested veteran who knows what it takes to win in October. That's invaluable. And then there's Chris Bassitt. Heyman asked, why wouldn't Bassitt be back on their radar too? It's a fair question. Bassitt has been a reliable arm for years, and while he's not going to blow anyone away with triple-digit velocity, he eats innings and gives you a chance to win every 5th day. For a team trying to add depth and experience, Bassitt makes a ton of sense. But let's be real about what's happening here. The Blue Jays are clearly not satisfied with where they're at right now. They've made big splashes in free agency already this winter, but missing out on Valdez seems to have lit a fire under them. They're not just trying to compete. They're trying to build a juggernaut. And when you're shopping 3 of your own starters while simultaneously chasing multiple free agent pitchers, you're sending a clear message to the rest of the league. We're serious about 2026. The question is whether they can pull it off. Gallen is going to command a massive contract, probably something in the neighborhood of what other top-tier starters have been getting. Scherzer will want a decent deal even at his age, and Bassitt isn't going to be cheap either. Meanwhile, the pitchers they're trying to move will need to fetch enough value in return to make the whole operation worthwhile. There's also the roster construction angle. If you're bringing in multiple veteran arms, where does everyone fit? Who's staying, who's going, and how do you balance a rotation that might suddenly have too many mouths to feed? These are real questions that General Manager Ross Atkins is going to have to answer, and answer fast. What we do know is that Toronto isn't messing around. They've identified their window, they've gone all in on their core, and now they're trying to stack as much pitching talent as possible to make a legitimate run at a championship. Whether it's Gallen, Scherzer, Bassitt, or some combination of arms we haven't even heard about yet, the Blue Jays are hunting. And when a team with their resources starts hunting this aggressively, everyone else in the division should be paying attention.